The value that Opus brings to the equation is having all seats at the table. We've got the development team, we've got the project management team, we've got architects and engineers, and we have field supervisory folks as well that we can bring in early, and we can analyze and plan with the client, with the tenant, to meet their needs.
The most valuable aspects of having Opus engaged was working through, back to the developer design build model, being able to work through the challenges of building a building. It was literally everybody sitting around the table saying, we could do this or we can do that, but this will keep us on schedule. So that's one of the many advantages.
There were several challenges that we had to meet throughout the project, from the massive amount of earthwork that had to be done in a timely manner to allow settlement for the building and progress to start on it, through the very end, which was the roofing, and getting it in and installed through a pandemic and a materials crisis.
We needed to start our roof in May of 2021, and right around that time was right at the peak of supply chain challenges with roofing material. And we have an 850,000 square foot roof, so we had a lot of material that we had to procure very quickly. So around that time that we were supposed to start the roof, we were informed of an allocation process with all of the roofing suppliers. So we would only get a certain amount of material per month. And with what we were being allocated, we were not going to get all of the material until March of 2023, which obviously was not going to work because Hallmark needed to be up and running by March 1st. So our whole team hit the ground running, trying to get material anywhere we possibly could. There were lots of players that had to be consulted when it came to what we were putting on the roof. So we were in a position where we had to get the material quick, but before we could do that, we had to get the okay from all the different tiers on the project. Overall, we were only delayed on the roof by about 6 weeks overall on the project, and we were still able to deliver the building on time. Typically, in our construction of warehouses, we used joist girders, which was very, typical construction. That was another supply chain challenge very early on in the project. In this summer of 2021 is when we were looking to procure the steel and get that under contract, just with long lead times. There's only a handful of suppliers in the country, so it made that harder to get, very long lead times, and it made joist girders very expensive because they were hard to get. So with our structural team, we determined that we could use beam girders on this project. Typically beam girders, is more steel, more tons of steel, and would be more expensive than joist girders. But in that particular climate at that time, it was actually savings on this project.
I'm very excited about delivering this building for Hallmark in the respect that we knew that they were on a very tight time crunch in terms of delivery date, and their aggressive nature of moving in and going fully functional as quick as they did.
To watch how the Hallmark team and the Opus team worked together to deal with those challenges head on was great. It was really a close collaboration between the parties. And you saw that's going back to the benefits of the design build model, developer design build model. That's one of the advantages of it. Opus earned my trust on this project because Hallmark's a very, very important client to our firm and to me personally. And they delivered on what they said they would do. They delivered the building on time and on budget. And the fact that this project was delivered within days of what our anticipated delivery date was when we signed a lease is amazing to me. I'm very satisfied with this project and how it turned out. I smile every time I pull up to it.